Hey everyone, it's Evelyn with Roadrunner Sports, and today I'm sharing my review of the New Balance Fresh Foam More V3. Alright, so before I talk about the fit, the performance, and who I recommend this shoe for, let's talk about the specs. So, just by checking out this shoe, as you can see by the stack height here, it is a max cushion shoe. It has all of that nice Fresh Foam X there that I love, but we'll get into that in just a moment. It is a neutral road running shoe with a 4mm drop. It is 10 ounces for a men's US 9 and 8.8 ounces for a women's US 7.5, which is my size right here. As for fit, it is true to size. I didn't have any issues with fitting whatsoever. I didn't feel any rubbing, any hot spots. It honestly just felt like it was made for my foot. In the toe box, I had plenty of room for toe splay. I didn't feel like my toes were constricted at any point in the run. I just loved it all around. But just because the toe box is roomy doesn't mean you're gonna feel like you're sliding out of the shoe, because you get some nice structure and security in the midfoot and in the heel. You do get a little bit of padding in the tongue, which kind of helps with that, and also in the heel. You can feel some nice, it's not overly cushioned, but there is some cushion there, which will just help your foot feel locked in. And it does have a little bit of a flare. As for the upper, it is more like a traditional upper. It is really soft and has more structure. I know last year some runners complained that the upper felt too thin, but they fixed that in this shoe. It feels structured and soft. I really enjoyed this upper. It's not like those uppers you've been seeing lately that are thin and flimsy. This one is the opposite of that, and I love it so much. So let's talk about the performance. So, like I said earlier, you get this nice slab of Fresh Foam X in the midsole. I am a huge fan of Fresh Foam X because it is soft, but it is also really responsive. You're not gonna feel like it's too squishy and you're trying to run through quicksand and just sinking in. It does have a little bit of a bounce to it, which I was amazed because they added so much of it in this shoe. I do have experience running in the 1080s, and that one you get a nice pop. So I was really interested to see how the More V3 would do, since they add a significant more amount of fresh foam in the midsole. But honestly, I didn't have any issues. It also does have a rocker, so it helps transition you and your foot forward in your stride. It's really smooth, it feels seamless. It doesn't feel like you're forcing it when you're running. If you flip it over to the midsole, the V2 had rubber all throughout the outsole, which kept it from being flexible. It kind of made it more stiff when you're running, but like you can see here, they changed it for more zonal rubber areas. You can see the exposed foam throughout here, which kind of gives it just more of that flexibility. I really like this better than having all rubber. Even if it does have exposed foam, I just feel like it rides much better when it has more spots to give it that flex. So love the new outsole and love the new upper. I love the way it performs. You're really rocking through and flowing through that run. Who I think this shoe is best for is anyone who's prioritizing comfort over performance. So that's not to say that you're not gonna run fast or you're not gonna have the best run in the shoe, but this is more of an easy day, long run, recovery run shoe because of all this cushion and just how comfortable it is. If you're like myself, I love the most cushion you can get in a shoe. That's just my favorite. And you don't mind not having that ground feel, then this will also be a great everyday running shoe for you. That's what I like to use it for. I like to use it for my everyday runs and even recovery runs, just because I really like having the most cushion I can get. If you do want to try this shoe and you are a VIP with us, you can try it out for 90 days. And if it doesn't work for you, it's no problem at all. Bring it back and we'll get you into a shoe that does work for you. All right, everyone, make sure you're out there making every mile count, and we'll see you on the road. Bye.